Hi, I'm Mac.
And I'm Owen, and we've been traveling for the last 6 years in various rigs, but right now we're in a Toyota Tundra and a four-wheel camper. We met in 2008.
Yes, 2008.
Yeah, so 14 years ago. Yeah, and we started dating, like 6 months after that, so.
We were on the swim team together in college. Been love at first speedo.
So after Matt graduated from college in 2012, we went on a 6 or 7 month road trip in our Honda Element, just tent camping the entire time. And the idea was that we were going to find a new place to live. We wanted to move from Atlanta, and through that entire process, what we determined was that it wasn't necessarily a new place to live. We fell in love with the movement.
And I think that we realized that this was something that we wanted to do full time if we could, but it was also like the economy was in the tank. It was like the summer of 2008. We were fresh out of art school. It just kind of felt like the odds were stacked against us. And we did run out of money. And so it was about 2 years later, we woke up and we both had desk jobs at a studio. I hated mine. And so I think that we were just kind of like, how did we get here? This is not at all like what we envisioned ourselves doing with our lives. And we made the decision to hit the road again full time. But in order to make that happen, we had to completely reformat our careers because we had to build freelance client base to be able to support us as we were traveling.
We spent the time to prepare so that we could make sure that when we hit the road the second time, we could do it indefinitely. So the whole idea was that by hitting the road and living on the road full time, we would get to experience all the places and travel that we were craving, but still also be able to work and still grow as creatives.
So we hike, a long distance backpack, we climb, we surf, we fly fish, we spearfish, we have 2 pack wraps, and we carry all the gear for it. Which is why we needed a truck this big. But no, seriously, it's so nice to be able to go to all these different environments and have all the tools that we need to be able to enjoy it to the best of its ability.
It took a lot of steps for us to get to this camper and truck combo. I think this is rig 4 for us, and each step was just like an incremental improvement until we finally got to this stage. And so I think that we've landed on this combo of camper and truck, and we've kind of hit the best of both worlds, where we have a living space that we really enjoy working from and living from, and then we have a truck that can get us anywhere we need to go.
We just kind of reached the boiling point with our van. I think that we were like, well, we've made the switch once. We should just keep going until we figure out what the right thing was. And that took us to a 9-month build and an old vehicle again. But with this, our working lives are what funds all of this. So we really needed to prioritize a comfortable work environment, and also just make sure that reliability was somewhere a part of the equation, because for way too long, we were never sure if our vehicle was even going to turn on when we went to leave somewhere. We are very lucky to live in the US, where we have a ton of public land at our access to enjoy. And 99% of the time, I would say that we call public lands our home. And our way of paying it forward is leaving it better than we found it. I'm a firm believer that if somebody shows up and they see a place trashed, they're more likely to continue to trash it. But if I can leave it clean to the best of my ability, I think that people will question whether or not they're leaving a place clean. So that's our way of paying it forward, and to thank the land for letting us call it home for a night or two is to take everything that we can out.
I think that the impact that overlanding has had on our life is really community-based. I think that we've met so many people just randomly at campsites or through the internet, and we've just made lifelong friends, people that we're constantly running into here and there, and it just really enriches the whole travel experience for us.
We knew that we were going to see all these beautiful places, but I think that the people have been 100% why we're still traveling. Travel is not just about going out and seeing places. It's kind of something that we've touched on, the ideas that you're introduced to, the growth and the change, and just being present to that. I think that so often we focus on like, does this look good? Is this cute? Can I post a story about this? I think that that is so far from what traveling is. It's not necessarily like conquering a landscape. It's about making the world a better place and taking a little bit of that with you and hopefully leaving something good behind.
Life will shortly have us falling flat by the springtime.